When I first came to Aiken, Minnesota, I already felt like I had lived a few different lives. I grew up in China and America, moving back and forth, then Ghana, and now here I am, finishing high school in a small town where everybody knows everybody, but my family knows nobody. Sometimes it felt strange explaining that to people, like my life didn't make sense unless I simplified it. But the truth is, it never fit into one box. And I've learned that that's okay. High school helped me understand that who I am isn't just one place or one moment. It's built from every move, every loss, and every challenge in between. One of the hardest lessons I learned came from soccer. Soccer was my constant. It was what I grew up with, what I understood, what I felt like home no matter where I lived. Overseas, my coaches believed I had the potential to make a future out of it. So when I arrived in Aiken, I found out there was no soccer team. It hurt more than I expected. It felt like a piece of me was taken away. For a while, I didn't know where I belonged. I was frustrated. I was angry. And honestly, I felt lost. But instead of walking away from sports completely, I made a choice. I choose to try. Basketball taught me my first lesson here, that effort doesn't always mean success, and that was humbling. Back then, my identity was being the athlete. Here, I had to learn how to fail and still show up the next day. Then I tried football. I was 25 pounds lighter than I am right now. I was skinny and lanky, and football wasn't something I ever pictured myself doing. But I found a place. I became a kicker. There was no coach, no clear path, just me, a field, and hours of YouTube videos. I went out there when no one was watching. I trained when no one expected me to. And slowly, it started to work. I learned that discipline really means what belief looks like when you're on your own. Eventually, I broke school records, what made it to section finals. And for the first time in a long time, I realized something. Sometimes the dream doesn't end, it just changes shape. And I hope to keep kicking in college, wherever the path takes me. In the off season, I joined track. I thought being fast would be enough. It wasn't. Track humbled me in a different way. It taught me patience. It taught me how to support teammates even when I wasn't the one competing. It made me stronger, not just physically, but mentally. And along the way, I found friendship that made Aiken feel a little more like home. And outside of sports, life tested me in ways I wasn't ready for. One of the hardest moments was watching my mom get sick. Seeing someone you love struggle changes how you see everything. There were days when school didn't matter, when sports didn't matter, but my mom never quit. Even when she was tired, even when she was in pain, she showed up. Watching her taught me what real strengths look like. Not the loud kind, but the kind that keeps going. When no one would blame you for stopping. Because of her, I learned that giving up was never an option. Looking back on these 4 years, I see how much I've grown. Not just in my body, but in my mindset. I'm more confident, more patient, more aware of who I am and where I come from. I don't have everything figured out, but I know how to adapt. I know how to fall and stand back up. And I've learned that being different isn't something to hide, it's my strength. If I could tell younger students one thing, it would be this: don't panic when life doesn't go as planned. You're not behind, you're not failing, you're just becoming. Try new things, fail if you have to, learn who you are along the way, and when life feels heavy, remember, hard moments don't last forever, but the lessons always stay. When people think of me, I don't need them to remember the scores or the trophies. I want them to remember someone who didn't quit, someone who came from a different place, faced setbacks, and still showed up every day, even when 100% was impossible. That's who high school helped me become, and that's who I'll keep choosing to be.